What's up, guys? We are here on another episode of 10 and 60 with Miss Simone. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Right on. Little fun fact. Simone actually hit me up 3 or 4 years ago at this point. And I was just recently going through the submissions and I clicked on her thing again. I was like, oh, wow, this is super dope.
I've been waiting all this time.
Hell yeah. So I'm glad we made this happen. Persistence. All right.
Patience is key.
Yes. Why don't you tell everybody where you're from?
I'm from Manhattan. I'm from New York.
Right on. Born and raised?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
The coveted 917 number. When you texted me, I was like,
that is
okay,
me. Yeah.
That's an OG. They don't give those out very often now.
No, I feel very special.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of my 917. It's just, it's
can't.
one of those numbers you're like, okay, I see you.
Yeah,
you know? Like, so, right on. Let's see. Question 2. Do you still sleep with a stuffed animal?
I do. I have a stuffed panda.
All right.
That I'll sleep with. I'm not like precious with it. Like I don't travel with it. I can live without it. But I do like. It's just nice. It's like a nice little, you know.
Does it have a name?
No, it does not have a name. I haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
I'm like, it was a gift, and I'm like, it wasn't like, I wouldn't have really gone out of my way ever in this like year of my life to like get a stuffed animal, but I was like given it, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be me now, and so now I have a stuffed animal, and I do like before I had a stuffed animal. I mean, like there, like I would, there's always like I like holding something.
Totally.
It's like it's a nice feeling. So I feel like that's the big bonus of it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Gotta love a stuffed animal.
I love it. It's fun.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear. I mean, should we go dark or should I be like lighthearted about it? I feel
Whatever
like
the realest answer is.
I mean, I'm definitely like death is like a scary thought. I try not to. I'm like just I think anything like unknown to me is like scary. I feel like. But also, I think actually, genuinely, my biggest fear is like losing someone close to me. Like that would suck, obviously. So I feel like that's probably my biggest fear. But I also like, I don't love heights. I guess that's like.
Meanwhile, we're up pretty high right now.
I feel like sometimes there'll be moments where I'm like driving on a bridge and I just like have a feeling where I'm like, wait a minute, this is really high.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll still get nervous, but like.
Yeah, I'm honestly like, I don't think I'm scared of heights, but like if I'm looking over an edge where I could like clearly fall off, I'm like, yo.
Yeah. It's not like the thought that scares me, but if I'm actually in a position where I'm like looking down and it's like I will freak out.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite emotion?
Emotion. I mean, joy is a good one, I would say. I feel like it's not an emotion, but like laughing is like nice. I don't know if there's like I guess
I love
is laughter an yeah, laughing is the best medicine. It's the best.
It's literally healthy to laugh.
It's definitely like underrated. Like we need to talk about.
Do you ever get the laughs where like the back of your head starts hurting because you're laughing so hard?
Yeah, or just like you like actually feel like you can't breathe. Like those are the best moments. Those are like highlights of my life for sure.
I need at least a laugh a day.
Yeah,
if I don't get a laugh a day, like I didn't have a good day.
You're done. Yeah, it's over.
Do you have a favorite smell?
Favorite smell? Oh, I love like. I don't bake, but if I'm in a bakery, I will love that smell, whatever that is.
Okay.
I guess like cinnamon too is nice if someone's making like cinnamon buns.
Some holiday spirit.
Yes, totally. Anything that smells like Christmas, actually.
Okay.
I love that. That vibe is great.
Love it.
Yes.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, I don't know. I do get, I get like very annoyed when I'm being from New York. I walk very fast, and if I'm honest, this doesn't happen.
You
You know what I'm about to say. If like this doesn't happen in LA because no one walks here, but when I'm in New York and someone is in front of me and walking even a little bit slower than I am, I get like angry. Like I'm just like.
And you can't find your like pathway to like get around.
And you're just
them.
like stuck, and it's like there's no escape. That's like I don't obviously do anything visibly like I'm frustrated, but I will like clench my fist. I'm like, get out of my way. Like
it's infuriating.
Yes, I need
Especially
to.
when they're like totally like out of it or like on their phone, like not paying attention to anything around them.
Yes.
Like, so I feel that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's some New Yorker shit. Though,
I know.
100%. Like, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Ooh, I like that question. Maybe I don't want to just say my favorite fruit because I feel like that's biased. I feel like I maybe would be like a raspberry.
Okay.
I would like to think.
Right
I feel like this is a question for like my mom needs to answer this question for me. It would be more accurate. But I feel like I could be a raspberry. I don't know why. It's like because it's not like I don't know. I think people who love it, and people who don't just like, it's fine. It's like it's just like it's kind of just there.
I hear you.
Like,
I love raspberries, honestly.
I do too. I don't know.
I could sit there and eat a carton like every morning.
Of course, yeah.
And they're like sweet, but they're also a little sour. Like you get the ripe ones, they're a little sour.
Depends on the day, totally.
I was growing up, I was like, and I still am to this day, a massive sugar addict. Horrible. Mm-hmm. But I would literally take raspberries from the fridge and like dump sugar on them.
Oh,
and
wow.
Just eat like sugar
That's
raspberries.
Wild.
Yeah, it was
That's
gnarly.
crazy. I have to try that. That sounds interesting.
Oh, it's so good. It's so bad for you too.
Wow.
What is the most interesting thing that you've read this week?
Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? Today I saw, this is like gonna be, I don't know when this comes out, but it's not gonna be relevant by the time it comes out. But I read that, I think it was like 20,000 AMC stub members bought tickets to see Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day. Which my dad sent that to me and he was like, "Is this you?" Like, because I'm a big movie.
Are you gonna see Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Right now, I only have tickets to see Barbie, and the reason is I'm leaving town the 21st, and so I can't see both because they both come out the 20th, and I don't think I could do both in one day. I feel like it's a lot, especially Oppenheimer's 3 hours of like explosions. I need a second to process that, so I feel like right now I'm gonna see Barbie first, process that, see Oppenheimer probably that weekend, and just have some time between the two.
Right on.
Yeah.
Two side notes on that. So where I used to live in Venice, they like probably 2.5 years ago at this point, they were filming Barbie.
Whoa.
Like the scene where they're like, I haven't seen the movie, but there's a scene, I'm assuming, where they're on the beach roller skating.
Mm-hmm. I know
and
it.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, holy shit.
Whoa.
It's amazing.
Anyways. I know. They had the premiere last night, and I was like, I would do anything to be here right now. Like, I need that. I need to be there.
I love it. I can't believe they waited this long to, like, do a Barbie movie.
I mean,
are there other? But this is like the first like real like
the first live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, I'm glad they waited because I love Greta Gerwig is like my favorite filmmaker of all time. So like the fact that she's doing it is the reason why I'm like this excited because I just feel like she can't do it bad. Yeah. So like I just love her and yeah.
Right on. And then the other crazy thing I heard was that with Oppenheimer they did no CGI.
Insane.
Like. Which is just mind-boggling because they have like atomic explosions.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, it's
apparently what I was reading, like I think it was on Uberfacts or whatever, one of those crazy Twitter threads, is that they actually shot it on like miniature sets and then used like these camera techniques to like make it look bigger than it was. I don't know, some crazy Christopher Nolan shit.
I know he's wild.
Another G.
I know.
So yeah, I need to go see that. My problem though, last thing is whenever I go to the movies, I fall asleep. So
okay.
It's like I literally waste my money and then I don't
funny.
even see the movie.
Well, then you have to go to like the 4 p.m. screening.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think I'm like part narcoleptic. Like if I'm in the dark, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean that I won't like that has happened to me before where I'm like falling asleep during a movie. Like you just have to be like you have to be ready. Yeah. I think like a snack helps. Okay. Like if you like save it throughout the whole thing, you'll like stay awake. There's like I can give you some tips.
Yeah. What makes you feel at peace?
I think being with my dog at home and like if I'm just like hanging out with like actually I'll set the scene. Okay. I'm on vacation like upstate New York with my family, my brother and my parents and my dog and we're like all like reading and hanging out outside. That's like my peace. Like
awesome.
That's a good vibe.
I love it.
Yeah.
What would you do without music?
Oh Gosh, I don't know. Like what, for a job? Or just in general in life, be really sad. I don't know. I mean, I've always been like, I would definitely go into something else creative. Like I think I love, like as you probably can tell, I love movies. So I'd probably get into something in that world. I think I've always like needed to have an outlet for my emotions. So I feel like it'd probably go into like another form of writing or another form of like creating something.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. What was your very first memory?
I don't know. That's a hard one. My first memory? I don't know if I remember anything before like first grade. I feel like I don't even know.
That's when it kicks in.
Yeah, I don't even know what age that would.
But yeah.
Yeah, and it's also hard because I feel like a lot of the things I remember, I've just seen photos of, so I think I remember.
Exactly.
But I do have I have a lot of memories from first grade. This is so weird, but it was my first grade teacher used to pull out my teeth.
What?
Like it was purely, it was consensual and it was fine, but it was like for some reason I don't know how it happened. I think I just had a loose tooth one day. She pulled it out because it was just like falling out, whatever, and then from there on I just like wouldn't let anyone else pull out my teeth.
Way.
And so she was like my go-to. It was like, hey, like it's time, like let's go to like whatever. And I remember there was like moments where I would like be in art class and she would like come in and she'd be like, Simone, like let's go. And so we'd go to her classroom and she would literally like pull out my tooth.
No
and
way.
It was crazy, but It was like,
Wow.
I don't know why. Like I weirdly, like when I was younger, I was very shy, and so I would just like trust really random people with different things. So I think I just like clung on to that. Like I was like, okay, I trust you with this. You're gonna do this with me, and like
Right
this is
on.
gonna be our thing. But yeah, I don't know what that was.
That's
but
epic.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I don't know.
Shout
it was
out
like
the first grade teacher.
Yeah, totally. She's Miss Deacon, I think.
Miss
She's great.
Deacon.
Classic.
Miss Deeks.
Yep.
Could you describe yourself in one word?
Nervous. Like always nervous about something.
Okay.
But sometimes it's good. I think nerves and excitement kind of are the same, so I feel like it's not really a negative thing to always
Totally.
be nervous. I think it's always just like on the edge of my seat kind of. But yeah, that's probably the one word I would use.
Okay. What does happiness mean to you?
Happiness to me, I think means like being content. I think it's just about like kind of those moments where you feel right and you feel at peace, and it's like, I think it's not like, I think happiness, like any emotion, is fleeting, but I think like there are moments in like, I feel the happiest when I feel content, when I'm like, this is right, this is where I need to be, this is like, I feel good. I don't know, that's kind of how I see it.
That's great. And second and last question, what is the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
Oh, I don't know. I definitely have gotten a lot of advice from my mom because I'm always calling her about something. But I feel like...
Shout out, Mom.
Yeah, shout out. She'll be watching. This was like long time ago. Like I'm not... I'm a socially anxious person, and like she said this to me years ago, which was just like, if you're ever in a conversation with someone and you feel nervous, just like ask them questions about themselves. Like that's all you have to do. Like just ask them questions. And for some, like it's a very simple thing, but I think that just like changed my perspective on things. I was like, oh, that's what I do. If I don't have anything to say, just ask a question. And so that has helped me with every interaction ever.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a
I
great
feel like
tip.
when I was younger too, I definitely had a lot of nerves, like speaking to new people.
Yeah.
And then I think it just came with time, and it was just like, I feel like the more experiences you have, the more just life you live almost, it becomes easier to talk to anybody, really.
Yeah.
And just like you said, like everybody, like we're all the same, you know? It's like, why not ask a question?
Yeah.
You don't know unless you ask.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
And final question, if there was one thing that you learned, whether it was about yourself or the world or whatever it may be from the pandemic, and you've now kind of like taken that into your new life per se, not new life, but next
the
chapter.
new normal, if you will.
What would that be?
Wow. Big learning experience. The pandemic started when I was 15, probably around the time I messaged you.
Yeah.
And I was like sophomore year of high school, and I think I honestly feel like the biggest thing I learned was like how my best friend at the time moved away, and that was like so hard for me because up until then I had really struggled finding like close female friendships, and I think that kind of happening kind of just showed me like how important it is to like keep the people that you love in your life, and like the kind of thing where it's like if people are meant to be in your life, they will be. And so like her and me kind of like navigating like not being able to see each other every day, and just like that kind of thing of like, and now we're still like really close, and like she's back in New York, and it's just like this like thing where it's like, I don't know, I just feel like even with family that I couldn't see for a long time, it's just like keep in touch with the people you love, and make sure you tell people you love that you love them, and appreciate what you have when you have it.
100%.
And then I feel like musically, I don't know, I feel like it definitely taught me, not even from what I did, but from what everyone else did, was just like be ready to try new things, be ready to like just don't be afraid to like step out of your comfort zone and try different things, because the music industry specifically is always changing. Whether there's a pandemic or not, it's always going to be something happening, and you just have to be like flexible and ready and open to doing different things. And yeah, I don't know.
Love that. Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree with that first point, because I feel like the people that mean the most to me in my life today are the ones that I actually have even stronger relationships with after that whole time.
Yeah.
Because it was just a moment to really like reflect and take a minute and like slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that relationships are so important in life, and being able to know who is supposed to be with you and who you should give your energy to is like so important. Because there's so many people that are just like energy suckers.
Yeah.
I've learned, you know?
Yeah.
You may want something for somebody and they don't want the same thing for themselves. And like there's nothing you can do about that, right? And like you may be an amazing friend to somebody and they may not be one back, and you expect the same, but like you just have to like kind of come to that consensus that it's like the people that are meant to be there are going to be there, and that's like where you put your energy. So
Exactly.
right on. Love that. Well, there it is, 1060, Miss Simone.
Yay! Awesome.